I feel like it's the easiest thing to do on Father's Day because it's like, oh, Dad, like we got you the shirt, you have to wear it.
Oh yeah, here's a great gift, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we're going to do it to you next time, Matt.
All right, yeah, my wife loves a good prank too. She hasn't pulled that one yet, but
it's coming.
She's got some doozies, I'll tell you that right now. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. So this is the part of the show where I would usually show your totals for the day, but our friends up at the National Weather Service, they're doing some upgrades, so we don't have those totals for you. That's why I haven't shown you the almanac out there today. I know some of you look for that almanac, and we'll have it back as soon as it is available. But for right now, I think we'll take a look at our current conditions because they are pretty dramatic out there. 83 still in the 10 o'clock hour, feels like 89, still feels like 90 across central Texas here in the 10 o'clock hour, and that's a factor of that humidity. We've been talking about it for the past few weeks, and we're going to keep talking about it because it's kind of our friend, or it's at least a constant companion, if not a friend, throughout the entire summer here in central Texas. Out there right now, 84 in Waco, Temple, and Marlin. Same there in Gatesville, 83 in Killeen. Upper 70s there in Hamilton and in Goldthwaite. But when you factor in the aforementioned humidity, it really feels like it's still right around 90. Still feels like 94 currently in Hearne. You can see some of those thunderstorms from that sea breeze flow kind of got close to the Brazos Valley, kept things a little bit cooler, but really didn't get any rain out there today. And as we head through the 10 o'clock hour, those storms are gone. Again, they usually kind of start to fall apart when we see the sun go away. And once the sun went down, that is exactly what happened. You see everything kind of diminishing, and then even the cloud cover starting to move off and kind of fade out of view there as we headed towards the end of the day. So that's what we got going on. I don't have anything in the forecast for you for the next couple of days rain-wise. Again, it's just going to come back to the same story, right? It's all back to the heat. We're going to see temperatures in the lower 90s tomorrow, which, as I've mentioned a couple of times, I'll mention again, it's where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. And if it was just 92 or 93, I don't think most of us would have a real issue with that because, again, that's not as bad as we know it can get here during the summer. The problem is, again, with that in mind, it's going to feel like it's 100 to 105. And this is the more important number because the thermometer, that's one thing, but what your skin actually feels when you step outside, that is what's going to impact you. That's what's going to have you kind of searching for that bottle of water. So just make sure you're staying hydrated throughout the afternoon, not just tomorrow, but through the rest of the week as well. So here's the deal. We have this high pressure ridge. That's kind of what's helping us warm up, but we're kind of on the edge of it right now. Notice as we head through the next couple of days, the core of this high pressure stays out to the west. Because of that, we're watching a weak little cold front that could dive into North Texas for your Wednesday. Now, some of the storms that this front kicks up could impact us here in central Texas. The better chances are really going to be for North Texas, but we're going to be watching for maybe a storm or two to kind of venture south into central Texas. It's not a great chance. I don't have it on the board just yet. We'll see what all the model data looks like tomorrow if we add a rain chance for Wednesday. As we get through the end of the week, though, here's what happens. That high pressure really starts to take over. That's going to suppress a lot of the thunderstorm activity that we've been seeing the last few days. However, we are going to be just enough on the periphery that we're still going to have that onshore flow, that sea breeze, that Gulf breeze, and that could push a few thunderstorms, not just through Houston and the coastal plains, but maybe up into the Brazos Valley as well. So with that, we're going to introduce that 20% chance of storms back into the forecast for your Juneteenth holiday and then on into the weekend. Again, it's not great, and again, they're the sea breeze storms. It's a question of whether they're able to make it up into the Brazos Valley, central Texas. They're primarily going to impact areas around Houston. We'll see how far north they can travel, though. Again, for Wednesday, I don't have anything on the board just yet, but we are watching that weak cold front to see if it can push a few thunderstorms into central Texas. We'll keep you updated as we head through the day tomorrow, of course. So just make sure you're tuning in there for any changes that we have. There's Thursday. There's Juneteenth. There's that 20% chance I was talking about. 20% there for your Friday. Friday, by the way, is also the first day of summer. Astronomical summer anyway. Remember, meteorological summer starts on June 1st. But again, it's all about the sun's position, and that's where we have the solstice. And from there, days actually start getting shorter through the end of the summer, but things will be getting hotter. 90s through the weekend, and you know it's just going to go up from there. Of course, you can keep up to date with all the changes in your forecast by downloading your 6 Plus app. It's free. It's on your smart TV. Just search for KCEN.